I'm Ellen McCauley in Syracuse, New York, having a fabulous night tonight, hearing the witnesses of the people in the group. And I've told the story maybe 20 times, but I love it. I love the story. Al already gave a witness tonight, and he talked about how he really wanted to lose weight and made a commitment. He just showed up. So then he calls me up and he says, you know, my brother needs to lose a few pounds. Don't tell him I said that, but he does. and I don't think he wants to come. He thinks it's all, you know, women complaining all the time about how much they weigh, and I'm telling him it's a great group. I said, I usually don't do this, but have him come, check it out, see if he likes it. So he comes walking down the hall, he sees me and he goes, I know you from garage sales, I'm in. So I knew that going to garage sales all those years would bring me closer to God, and it did. Norm, where are you? Come on up, let's hear it for Norm Thomas. And Norm is the last speaker we'll have tonight, and then we will do this again. Next week we're going to talk about gratitude, so you in Blogland, you better stay tuned. But right now let's hear it again for Norm Thomas.
Well, I'm going to talk about an external group, my doctors, and I have a lot of them. And I used to go to the doctor, and when I left he'd say, I hope to see less of you next time. Generally he saw more of me. So finally one time I said, you know, my brother belongs to this group at church and he lost 30 pounds. And he says, you know, if I were you, I'd have your brother get you in that group. So I did that. And it's been very successful for me. And I've been happier and the doctor's been happier. Until finally I reached a plateau and I said, you know, I'm having a tough time on this plateau. He says, you need to kick it up, you need to do exercises. And I said, well, I walk. He said, you got to do more than that. So ever since that day, I've done exercises every day, and that really makes you feel good, you know. Even if it doesn't make you lose weight when you do it, it makes you feel better, and it makes you do everything better. So I went to another doctor, different doctor. I only see this one once a year. And he says, what are you doing for exercise? And I says, well, I walk a lot. And I says, I get up in the morning early and I turn on Morning Joe on MSNBC and I do a whole series of exercises. And he says, I do the same thing. And then we commence to talk about Morning Joe. Morning Joe is not an exercise program. It's a political program. So it takes about an hour. I do a set of exercises. I drink some coffee. I watch Morning Joe back and forth. And I do them all. Now, you can do exercises at your home. You don't need a lot of equipment. You know, I have one weight. I don't even know what it weighs. And I do curls and lifts with it, my arms. And I have one of those bicycle pedal things, not the whole bike, just the pedals where you sit in a chair and you just do that. And everything else is just sit-ups and things like that. And so I would encourage everybody to get a good exercise program. That's about it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We're going to stop right there, and we're going to say our